Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Shiva Nugraman, and today I would like to present my study entitled SWINA, Social Linguistic Analysis of Bilingual Practice in English. This study is conducted by myself and and I am from English Education Department of Universitas Sultan Hasanuddin. And before we start, this study focuses on how lecturers use both English and Bahasa Indonesia during classroom interaction and how those lingual practice support the teaching and learning process. So the next slides will be the research purpose and theoretical purpose of my study. The first one is objective. The study has three main objectives. Like the first one is to identify the type of code switching model used by lecturers, to analyze the communicative function of code switching, and the last one is to explain how the lingual language choices support classroom interaction. And the study is based on theoretical frameworks. As you can see, there are complex. So I use complex code switching typology, which classifies different types of code switching. And second one, I use Dockers. I use Dockers for communicative function. So, which explain why speakers or why lecturers switch their language in communication or in classroom. In the actual classroom. Sorry. So the last one is Myers-Briggs smartness model. This theory is help to understand language choice based on social expectation and interactional goals. And next, there is complex. There are complex and significant. So in Indonesia, English is considered a foreign language. As a result, students are mainly exposed to English inside classrooms rather than in their daily lives. Like this situation creates a challenge for lecturers or the teachers, and on one hand, they need to provide sufficient English exposure, and on the other hand, they must ensure that students understand the lesson. So therefore, bilingual communication becomes an important teaching strategy. This study is significant because it shows that bilingual practice are not simply a sign of language deficiency, but rather a valuable pedagogical resource. So next is a key concept. I have three key concepts here. And before we discuss in findings, we open one by one concept. The first one is bilingual communication. So, bilingual communication, which refers to the use of two languages, English and Bahasa Indonesia, during classroom interaction. And the second one is code switching, like this concept, which is the alternation between two languages within communication. And the third concept is language choices, which refers to the decision to use a particular language based on social expectation, communicative goals, and pedagogical needs. Together, this concept help us to understand how lecturers strategically use both language in classroom setting. So, next, we jump into the methodology. And in methodology, this study is use qualitative descriptive research design. Why? Why is this? Because the data were collected through classroom application, audio video recording, field notes, and transcription. I used to observe one by one the lectures in my university, in their classrooms, especially. So the participants were university English lecturers, started through purposive sampling. Like what I say, I used to observe the lectures in their classroom, in their year of classroom. And the number of lectures, utterance, and contextual classroom information. So for the data analysis, we first identify instance of code switching, then classify them using complex typology, analyze their communicative function using Converse framework, and finally interpret the findings through the Myers-Briggs cluster analysis. And next, yeah, there are the data from tutor and trustworthiness. So the data collection process involves observation, recording classroom interaction, taking field notes, and transcribing the data for data analysis, like what I said in the previous slide. So to ensure trustworthiness, yeah, I use several validation techniques, including collection, including triangulation of data resource, repeated review of the data, peer review, and rich description of the research context. So ethical consideration were also maintenance throughout the study. And participants gave their consent, their identity, and were anonymized, and all data were stored. And let's find out the findings. So, the first one is type of code switching, yeah? And the first is type text switching. So what is text switching? And text switching is short inserts like "Good morning semuanya." There are act of code switching like semuanya, and this involves short expression insert to another language such as "Good morning semuanya" and then "Good job, bagus ya." They are repetitive, and the second one is intersentential switching. This is the most commonly used type in Indonesian classroom. So, in this type, lecturers switch language between sentences. For example, explaining something in English and then clarifying in Bahasa Indonesia. So the third one is intersentential switching. Yeah. This the part. So mixed language within a sentence, like the main language is penting, which means the lecturer have to require all the elements of language. And next, there are various communicative functions. So the final reveal of our main communicative function of the code switching. Yeah, the first one is clarification. Now, the clarification was dominant function here because the lectures often switch to Bahasa Indonesia and difficult vocabulary and complex concept. And second one is instruction giving. Like the lectures using both language help students understand text more quickly and accurately. The third one is classroom management. So Bahasa Indonesia was often used when lecturers needed immediately attention or behavioral control. And the last one is rapport building. So the code switching help create a friendly atmosphere and students anxiety and encourage participation. Yeah, rapport building is mixed language, encouraging lower society and boost participation. So next is information to discuss and discussion. So define can be interpreted through Myers-Briggs and Marcus model. English was generally treated as the explicit or unmarked language of instruction. However, lecturers switched to Bahasa Indonesia when they needed to ensure understanding or provide emotional support. From a pedagogical perspective, code switching function as a form of scaffolding. It helps balance English exposure with comprehension support from social and distinct perspective. Lingual language choices are not random. Instead, they are strategic actions used to negotiate authority, solidarity, and classroom relationship. So we jump into the last one, the conclusion, implication, and recommendation. To conclude this study, I found that lecturers frequently use text switching, intersequential switching, and intrasequential switching. And among these, intersequential switching was the most common types. Yeah. The most commonly used in Indonesian classroom, EFL classroom. So both switching serve important function, including classification, instruction giving, classroom management, and rapport building. And the implication, yeah. The implication is that bilingual communication should be recognized as a valuable pedagogy in language, in English language teaching and educational institution should be acknowledged the role strategy of code switching in teaching policies and teacher training programs. So for future research, I recommend to investigate into more practice in different additional educational settings, online learning environment, student perception, and their relationship with learning outcomes. Yeah. So thank you, ladies and gents, for your attention.